Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I thought I would film my, it's kind of like a year in review a little bit. So I show all of the coloring pages that I've done ever since I've colored. So all of the ones that I colored this year and in previous years. It's really nice for me. I really enjoy making these videos because it's fun to see, like, okay, this is how much I did this year and this is how much I've done overall. I didn't color as much in 2021 as I had hoped, but I still did a decent amount. And so I'm excited to show you everything that I've done. I'll start off with PDFs. So I just barely started this one, and I was trying out my new Castle Art pastel tint pencils, and yeah, they're really pretty and soft. So I was just trying that out, and this is by Colors with Hanneken. And then here's, oh, sorry, all these stickers came out. Here's the other PDFs that I've done. So this one is by Small and Round. I can't remember. Yeah, he goes by two names. But he's a Small and Round on Etsy. And I colored this digitally last October, because he gives you the PNG file, which is nice because then I was able to throw it into Procreate and just get this done really quickly. And I decided to print it out onto some art paper so I would have it to show. And then this is another drawing by him as well, and I did this last year with alcohol marker and Prismacolor, I believe. And then this is a picture of Tinkerbell that I did. Oh man, what is her name? Mystic Art Mirrors. I love this picture so much. And I also did this one last year. Same with these two. So this is Rapunzel, also by Mystic Art Mirrors, with alcohol marker and polychromos, I believe. And I love this one because Rapunzel is like my princess, for a lot of different reasons. Like, I used to have really long hair that came down to my waist, and I'm blonde, so I kind of look like her, and people would call me Rapunzel sometimes. And one of my other nicknames was Chameleon, so I've done a couple art things with chameleons, and so I like, Pascal's Skill Chameleon. Anyway, so that's why I love this one so much. And then this one is by Mariella Budek off of Etsy, and let's see, I also did this one last year. I think for the background I used watercolor pencils, and then the rest is polychromos. With PDFs, I usually will base with an alcohol marker and then add pencil, but this one I didn't, and I think it turned out really pretty. I just think everything is so soft. Here's a work in progress. This is also Mariella Budek. I really just need to shade the hair and do the skin, but yeah, I've started shading the hair. I just need to track down that pencil. Then I have a few by Sherry Baldy, and these are just based in alcohol marker and then like colored pencil, like I think polychromos is what I used. I also have one hiding, this one right here. This is when I started practicing with different skin tones. And sadly, the alcohol marker set that I have doesn't have like a really great wide range of skin tones to base with, so I need to practice with pencils more. So yeah, those ones were by Sherry Baldy, and then I have some from Hannah Lynn. Right, let me move this out of the way for a second. Yeah, so this is, did I say Hannah Lynn? Yeah, I did, okay. And this is from her Storybook collection, her Storybook coloring book. And it's alcohol marker with Prismacolor. And at first I was gonna make this all sparkly, like it looked like it was spun into gold, but then I was like, you know what, she looks like she's sitting there trying to figure out what to do, and then there's little Rumpelstiltskin peeking in, so I decided to make it into straw that she's trying to figure out how to turn it into gold now. So this one was super fun. I feel like, okay, yeah, I do. This one is also by Hannah Lynn. This is in her Women at Work. I did this last November, or maybe it was around Mother's Day. I can't remember which, but yeah, just because like I related this picture because I'm a mom and I have young kids, and my kitchen is not pink and gray, it's actually brown and like cherry. But I wanted to have kind of like, you know, a pretty dainty kitchen, so. And I added this pattern onto her shirt. This is all done in alcohol marker and polychromos, I believe. And then I have this picture. This is by Ikuko. So I bought this on Etsy and it printed out, and it kind of like the grayscale is a little bit muddy. Like it makes her skin a little bit muddy. So I'm a little sad about that, but otherwise I think it turned out pretty. I love her hair, and these flowers are really pretty too. And this is also based in alcohol marker with polychromos. Yeah. And then here's another Hannah Lynn. I did this one a couple years ago. It's got some glitter on the moon. Let's see if I can kind of pull that out so I can show you the glitter on there. This one was super fun, and I used alcohol markers, and then I shaded with Prismacolors, I believe, or maybe it's polychromos. It looks soft, so I'm wondering if it's polys. And I just wanted to make this like soft and magical and girly. So yeah, and I'm really proud of myself because this is one of the few times that I've actually only used alcohol markers to shade the hair. I'll usually just like do a base color and then shade with pencil. So yeah. And then this is a picture by a Korean artist. Her Patreon was White. That's what her Patreon name was, but I cannot find her anymore. She turned off her Patreon. She had some life circumstances. So sadly I can't find her on Instagram or on Patreon. So unfortunately, for anyone who agrees that her artwork is super adorable, I'm sorry. If I ever find her again, I will be sure to shout it from the rooftops. But I love this picture just because it's so sweet and cute. It's alcohol marker and Prismacolor. I just love how like bright and happy the colors I went with are. And it's funny because the background, you can't really tell, but my alcohol marker was running out. I don't know if you can see how blotchy it is, but I was like, I need to save this picture because it's so cute. So I added all these dots so that you wouldn't actually notice how blotchy the background is. And then here's another Sherry Baldy picture. This one is alcohol base and then polychromos shading. Okay, this one I love. This is by Annie's Coloring. I believe that's what her name is on Etsy. And yes, I love the hair. I did this one last year. We're coming up to this year's PDFs that I've done. But I had this idea of wanting kind of an unconventional hair color. And, without thinking about it, I colored it pink, and then I was like, oh, that's too close to Little Mermaid. If I shade it, it'll look like it's Ariel. And I love Ariel. Little Mermaid was my favorite movie growing up, but I kind of wanted to shy away from that a little bit. So I had this idea to shade everything with green, and I think it turned out really cool and really feels, at least to me, very mermaid-esque, mermaidy. And then this is a picture that a French artist sent me as a promotion for her book that she was releasing. I can't remember her name at the moment, but I had fun coloring that. That's also base of alcohol marker with Prismacolor shading, I think. And it's supposed to be Snow White. I didn't do her hair black because I thought it would be kind of a fun take to make her hair white like snow. Okay, so I did this picture this year. This is by Rick Lee, and I think I did this in October. No, did I do it in October? I can't remember, but my favorite part was shading the skull and doing her hair. I kind of struggled with the water a little bit. I tried adding my own little rebels. I think it kind of worked, but I feel like I also could have done a lot better. So there's that one, and then I did this. This is by Chris Ryniak. It's from one of his monster coloring book PDFs. It's really a cute coloring book, but this one was super easy and simple. I did some really soft shading, but it's mostly just alcohol marker, and then I think it was pastel pencils. And then here's some whips that I have. This one I started this year. This is by Mrs. Peggotty Arts on Etsy, and then this is from, what's her name? Let me check. I think I might have written it on the back. Did I not? Well, I can't remember. But she's got the Flower Girls PDFs, and this is one of them. I need to finish it. I'm excited. I want to do gold stars with my Fine Tech watercolors. I think that would be really pretty. Kind of like what I have going already right here. And then here's another from Mystic Art Mirrors and from Small and Round. And then this is, I'm blanking. Kelly O'Gorman with her alphabet PDF. Last year, during COVID, she made it available for free. So that's when I got it. And I need to finish it because it's really cute. And I want to do the whole alphabet. And then here's a couple that I've pulled from coloring books that I've given away. So this is from Cat Doodles, and I've only ever colored this page, so I just pulled it out and gave it away. Same with this one. This is Fairies in Nature. I can't remember. But yeah, again, this was the only one that I completed, and I just feel like it was too many tiny little details in the whole book for me to want to continue coloring it, but I love this page, and I think it's really cute. And then this is from an anime coloring book that, again, I just wasn't coloring in, so I pulled this out and gave the book to someone that I thought would use it more. And then here's a few of the alphabet coloring pages that I've drawn and then colored. So that is all the PDFs that I have that I know of. I try to keep them all in here so that I don't lose track of any. So it's just the PDFs and we're already 15 minutes in. Okay, so next I'll do my Amazon printed books. I'll start with the small ones, and this is Reptiloids. The artist is Vasil Psycho, and it's a really cute book, and I want to color it more. It's going to be on my to complete probably sooner rather than later. But it is this little frog. This is the only one I've started, and as you can see, I haven't gotten very far. I've just started basing everything with super tip markers, and then I did shade this silver frame with polychromos. So that is Reptiloids. Okay, and then I did a page this year in Mystic Misfits by White Stag, and let's see, where is it? Okay, it's this page. And this one was super simple and fast. I used my pastel pencils for her skin and for the skull, and then an alcohol marker for her hair, and then shaded with, I think that's polychromos, and then I added silver and copper fine tech watercolors on the border, and I think that really added to the whole picture. So I really love how this one turned out, and this one I'm really excited to work on just because it's, you know, pages that I can color quickly, so I know I'll be able to finish it. So another book is Enchanted Faces. This one I'm really pushing myself to finish because I've had it for a good minute, and I've like underlined all the ones that I've completed all the way, and I started just kind of basing a lot of things, and then I'll go in and shade the ones that I want to shade, and some I'll just keep straight coloring, like the ones that aren't my favorite. Because believe it or not, I love Hannah Lynn's art, but like some of the ones are just like they're too overwhelming for me, or they're just not to my taste. But I want to say that I completed the whole thing, so I'll at least straight color everything and then shade the ones that I want to shade. So I did this a couple years ago. This is with polychromos alcohol markers. They're ones that I had for a really long time and they were kind of dying. So that's when I was like, you know what, I should buy some other alcohol markers. This one, so anything that's like not shaded yet, I worked on this year. So like this one, and it was kind of fun because I just grabbed random colors for the hair, just grabbed them randomly, and then I found all of the, so I colored all of the hair, and then I found all of the alcohol markers that I felt like were good skin tones, and I've been going in and adding those. This is one of the first pictures that I colored in this book, so that's a long time ago. It's, I think, a water-based marker, and then everything else is polychromos. So this one I did last year, I believe, and I love this one. I think her hair is so pretty. It just feels really cute. There's some more that are soon to be finished. This one I did a couple of years ago. I love this one as well. I love her like kind of pale green skin, and then her golden hair. This one, I believe I did, it would have been 2 years ago, because this is when I first got my just like super cheap alcohol markers, and I was trying to practice shading in the hair. And these lips, oh man, those lips were a nightmare. And then here's another one I did, I believe last year. I think it turned out really cute. I love the purple and the yellow color scheme in this one. It's kind of sometimes really hard to pull off purple and yellow together, so I love her hair in this picture. I think it's so fun. So, as you can see, I've got a lot to do, but I've also got a lot done in this book. Oh, I love this one so much. I'm really excited to work on that one some more. This one I believe I did last year, and I had a lot of fun doing just all sorts of different colors for each strand of hair. And I can't remember if I said this, but all of these are based in marker first and then shaded. So I thought this would be fun because it's like she looks like fire and she's got a pet dragon. So I'm excited to finish that one. This was done a while ago. This one, the marker started running out, so it looks really blotchy, which this was sad about. Okay, we're getting near the end. This one was also one of the first ones that I did in this book, which is I love her hair. So I'm getting there on this one. This is okay, I think this is the first picture that I did with my alcohol markers, and it was just alcohol markers, and it was kind of really hard because they're not brush tips, and so it's really hard to like get those smooth blends. They just kind of look a little choppy, especially because this isn't marker paper, and so it soaks it instead of like sitting on top of it, which is how alcohol marker paper works. So, oh, I love this one. I think her hair is gonna look so cool once it's shaded in. I love this one, the bright blue and pink. And yeah, so this is where I think to pick up on doing the skin tones again. This one I started shading her hair with my luminance pencils, and yeah, the rest is mostly just hair that needs to, and then I did start adding in some backgrounds as well, so that's another thing I need to do is pick a good color for other backgrounds. Oh, I'm so excited to do this picture. I think her hair is gonna be so gorgeous. So that is everything in Enchanted Faces. So at least I can say I've colored part of every single page in this book. So maybe I will be able to finish it next year. That's the hope. Okay, now on to my regular sized Amazon books. I have Color Questopia, Color by Number Highlight Reel, and I got this year, so everything is from this year. And some of them I colored in the month of December. So I've just been coloring them in order because I feel like it's a highlight reel and it's color by number. It doesn't really matter to me too much. It's just a way to like color when I'm feeling antsy, but I don't want to have to think about what colors I'm using. So this is with just Crayola crayons, and I think the colors that they have are kind of fun because it's like it looks crazy, but it also looks good, but it also is crazy. And some of the color choices wouldn't be my first choice. So this one I need to finish. I'm letting my son pick the color for each number, so that's why it's a little all over the place. Here's this fun little giraffe. And then I bought some super tip markers because half of my crayons wandered off. That's what happens when you have little kids. So the markers are out of reach. So I did this horse in December and the Statue of Liberty, which I'm kind of like interested. I think it's interesting they picked gray. And then I did this owl with, oh my gosh, this is like neon yellow green. And then I started this one, and this one I'm just randomly picking a color for each of the numbers just because I want to see how like fun and crazy and bright it would turn out to be. So, making some good progress in Color Questopia highlight reel, color by number. Let's see. Trying to figure out a good spot to put all these. I guess right there. Okay, next up I have Floating Island by Coco Wyo, and I have a work in progress in here. This is the picture that I started working on, I believe, in November this year, and I really just need to finish shading the mushrooms and then color in the fairies and the flowers, and it'll be done. I love this book a lot, and I love the black background because it just makes the colors pop off of the page. So that is Floating Island. Okay, and then in December I started A Picture in Dreamland, which I also love this one. I think it's super fun. And I started working on this. I still have a lot to work on it. I'm using the Castle Art Pastel Tint pencils for everything. And then I used a gel pen, a glitter gel pen on the skull, on like these darker parts. And I'm not able to get it to show, but let's see if I can get the right angle. Oh yeah, there we go. Kind of, you can see it. But all of these lines right here are sparkling, and it looks really neat in person. So if you want to see really how it looks, go try it yourself. I guess. I'm really sad that it's not showing up on camera very well because it looks really cool. So that's a work in progress that I started in December. I did not color very much in the month of December. I had these big plans and dreams too, and then it ended up being a very busy month for us, so it didn't happen, and I'm so sad because I didn't even, well, I think I did start a Christmas page, but I didn't even complete a Christmas page, so maybe after filming this video I'll go do that. So this is Grayscale Chibi Girls. I have a few done in here. Let's see. Let me just flip from the back. So this is a work in progress. I started this last year, and I really only have a few things to base, and then I can go back in and shade. This one I don't necessarily always feel like I have to shade, but that one I feel like does need some extra definition. And then I know I did one in here this year. Where are you? Okay, so I did this one. I can't remember if I did this one this Easter or last Easter, but I did do it around Easter. And I did an alcohol marker base, and then I shaded the flowers and her hair and her bunny suit and these cute little bunnies with Prismacolors. And then here's one of the first pictures that I did in this book. I used alcohol markers to shade her hair, or his hair, their hair. And then I didn't really shade anything else. Then this is another picture. I did this maybe a couple years ago. I love her hair. I think it turned out really cute. But again, like I only shaded her and the dog, and that's about it. I left everything else just because I felt like the grayscale took care of it enough. Let's see, where is that? Okay, here's the one that I worked on this year around Halloween. And this one is alcohol marker base with Prismacolor pencils for all of the shading. And I love the like purple and green. And I can't decide if she's like trying to make a love potion or what kind of potion she's making. But yeah, that's everything in Chibi Girls. 2 books in one. And here's my other Jade Summer coloring book. I haven't colored in this one in a long time. This one I mostly got to color the pictures to look through with my kids. So we still look at the pictures and talk about the different animals. This is alcohol marker. I think anything that's been colored is like last year or longer. But I love these colors. And this is just straight coloring. This is kind of like another mindless coloring book. Have this cute little hippo. Or I guess the other was a rhino, wasn't it? That first one. I apologize if I called it a hippo. Here's this zebra. This is with water-based markers. And then I started this snake, which is super fun. And this giraffe. Started the elephant. This is definitely a water-based marker. You see all of that blotchiness. Cute little tiger. So they're just fun to look at with my kids. This is 50 States to Color. So I started off strong in this book, and then for those who don't know, I also design and sell stickers on Etsy, and I thought it would be fun to recreate all of the images in here as stickers. And there are a couple that are different in the sticker version than the coloring book version, but I kind of, got carried away with that, and then I was a little burnt out on coloring this book because I had just like spent hours and hours and hours coloring in these same images digitally. So that's why I only got to Kansas. But I can show you what I've done so far, and one day I will. Also, just as a side note, this version does not have Nevada in it. I have since updated it to add Nevada, so just so you're aware, I have remedied that issue. So this is Alabama. This is just alcohol marker with some shading and some, I think, Jelly Roll pen for the white lining. And it is the heart of the South. That's why there's hearts. And this is Alaska. So Alaska, the sticker is different. It's the Northern Lights. But I did salmon, and I did like salmon colors, and I don't know how I feel about the colors on there. But anyways, this is Arizona. And this one has, also I went in and did all the stars with Fine Tech watercolors, so they're shiny. The stars are on the capital city. And then on this one, I also have glitter gel pen, but I don't think that's showing up either. This is Arkansas, and I used my Fine Tech, what are they? They're the, let's see. The pearlescent Fine Tech watercolors for the quartz, and then just like the blue Fine Tech watercolor for the background. And then here's California. This is where I was like, you know what, I'll just base a lot in alcohol marker and then go back and shade. So the rest of these are just based, and then I'll come back and add shading to any of the ones that I want to shade. Like this one, I feel like doesn't need a lot of shading added to it. Here's Delaware. I did shade in Delaware, and I think it looks really pretty, especially with that gold star on there. So this one was super fun. And here's Florida. This is Georgia. I think this one was really cute. And this one has glitter gel pen. The green is all glitter gel pen. And then here's Hawaii, which all the islands are also glitter gel pen. And then Idaho, I haven't done anything to because I'm scared. I might do a similar thing to this one that I did to Arkansas. Yeah, I think so. Then here's Illinois with the cute little turtles. And I put a red glitter gel pen around their shells because this particular turtle has red on their shell. And here's Indiana. Also, for anyone who's curious, all of the different themes of the state are things that like have to do with that state. So yeah, here's Iowa. And then Kansas, I've just done the leaves. And then everything else, all that's been done is the gold star on there. So one day I will have at least all of it based in alcohol marker. But yeah, I think I made pretty good progress. And most of these I did work on this year. I think maybe this is from this year forward. This is from last year. So that's 50 States Color. And then in my Simply Halloween coloring book, I've colored this picture, which is this cute little Frankenstein. I colored this year. I released this book on Halloween, or on the 1st of October, so it's just really, I just needed something quick to color, so I colored this one. Because sometimes when I'm like in a coloring slump, I'll color something really easy because then it makes me feel like I accomplished something and I'm more like in the zone, if that makes sense. It helps me, coloring something simple helps me get into the zone sometimes. Okay, this is Flowers, Fairies, and Birds. I don't think I colored anything in here this year. This is one of the first ones that I did in here, and it was in 2019, so it's been a bit ago. I love this picture because I did the background with acrylic paint, and it feels really velvety. And then the rest of this is Prismacolor. This is, I did last year, I believe, and I used polychromos, and this is when I discovered how well polychromos works in this, on this type of paper. I think it's because it's a harder pencil. It helps burnish, so it is not as like you know, scratchy. I don't know if scratchy is the right word, but yeah. So those are the only pictures that I've colored in here so far. Okay, then in Color My Sketchbook by Bennett Klein. I don't know. Okay, yes, I did do this one. I believe this was last year. It's a base and alcohol marker. And then I just used like a budget pencils to trace over these flowers. And then I shaded the dress and the flower. And I think it turned out really pretty and very elegant looking. So I love this picture a lot. And I keep forgetting, I don't know why I keep forgetting about Bennett Klein's coloring books. This is Color My Sketchbook Unearthed. And I have a work in progress. Right, sorry. Should have just, oh wait, do I not? Oh, I do, okay. So I started this one. This is with Polychromos. And I started this dress, and yeah. Thankfully, I started this a long time ago. Thankfully, I wrote down the colors that I was using so that I can go back and finish this because I think it's looking really awesome. So, and I don't often shade with 4 different colors. I usually only use 2. So, I think that's maybe why I got burnt out on it, is because I was really trying to render this material. Okay, color My Sketchbook. This is like the original one. I don't know if I started any. I don't know why this is on the pile. Oh, I have. Okay, this octopus hat. Isn't that awesome? I believe this is with Prismacolors, and I kind of got a little discouraged because they were kind of getting a little muddy, but I think now that I'm more confident, I can go back in and finish this pretty quickly. So yeah, that's that one. And then did I do any of this? Nope. Okay, and then in Femme Fatale, 15 Villains to Color, which is another coloring book that I released. I've done a couple pictures in here. I did a couple this year. So I started, during Halloween, I started coloring this Cruella page. I mostly just need to do the skin tone and then some shading, and it'll be done. So I'm excited to see how this looks when it's done, for sure. And then this is one of the first pages that I colored in here, so that would have been like 2019 or so. I used Prismacolors, which you can kind of tell, like that scratchiness I was talking about where you see the white. You don't get that as bad with the polychromos, but it does help to use like a burnishing pencil when you're done, just to help smooth things out. And then this kind of like foggy smoke is acrylic paint that I watered it down a little bit and painted over it. And then this is one I did, I think, last year. And I'm really glad that I have 2 of each picture in here because I really want to redo this page. I do not like how I did this page at all. So I'm glad that I can redo it because I know I can do better. And then this year I did this Aladdin villain, Jafar. I call her Jafarette because it's a female version of Jafar. So I based everything in alcohol marker. I didn't shade her darker piece of clothing except for like right here. But everything else I did shade with polychromos, and I used my Derwent burnish blender thingy majigger to just kind of smooth everything out, and I think it worked really well. I love how her like bronze staff turned out. Yeah, this is my favorite that I've done in this book, like, by far. So that is that book. Okay, we're getting near the end of this pile, and then I will definitely do a part 2 and it might turn into a part 3. We'll see. So this is Whimsical World by Molly Harrison. I did a few in here this year. I think I started doing this one last year. And this is with the Albert Dürer watercolor pencils, and it just came out really blotchy, so I need to come in with some sort of texture in the background to kind of rescue that. I might like take a pen or marker and come in and make this look like it's clouds, because I think it does remind me a lot of clouds. And she is kind of like floating, so I can rescue that for sure. This one I did this October, alcohol marker base, and then I shaded with polychromos, so it looks really soft and pretty and very cute. Let's see, another one, I did this in November of this year. I used alcohol marker and pastel pencils, and then a pen for these clouds in the background. And I think this one turned out really cute and sweet. Let's see, there's one more. Oh, I'm so sad. I forgot. Did I forget? No, I did put a lining back here, but the alcohol marker I was using was so juicy that it bled through. So thankfully this is also like a dark sky, so I can pretty easily save it. But I did this in October, this cute little angel, and I made this glitter glue, which is like clear glue, and then I had this really pretty glitter. I thought it would really add some nice sparkly dimension, so did that. And then there's the stars are glitter gel pen as well. So that's everything in this book. And then Animal Town coloring book. I got this year, so everything has been done this year and here. And I've only done one picture. But it's this tortoise and hair, and the hair is helping the tortoise to the finish line, and I thought that was really cute. But yeah, it's just alcohol marker base, and then I shaded some little things and added some grass texture and called it good. I'm excited to do more pictures in here. It's really cute. Doodle Invasion. I've only done one picture in here ever. It's this one. I did this when I first started coloring, so several years ago, which is crazy to say that out loud. But I've been coloring for several years now. Alcohol marker base. No. Water, like a super tip marker, and then Prismacolors. This is back when I had just like maybe 50 random Prismacolors that I had used in college for art. So it was a little bit more limited as far as palette goes. Okay, we are almost there. Ladies of Leisure. Coloring Quest. I completed this one last year, and this picture reminds me of Anne from Anne of Green Gables, the book. And then I started another picture in here this year. I think I just did the base in alcohol marker. So I'll go back in and shade, and I'll do her skin and her hair and everything. But yeah, so I have started another picture in here. This one I think has 20 images, so this is another one I could easily work towards finishing. Okay, this is coloring fashion book for girls. I think I got this last year, and it's just a bunch of really simple pictures. I've only done this one though, which is with Albrecht watercolor pencils. It's not my favorite picture that I've done, but it was nice and fast color, and there's a lot, and I like that it's something that I can do very quickly and simple. So there's 300. So even if I did a picture a day, it would take a year to finish. So this is Mermaids, Fairies, and Other Girls of Whimsy, and for some crazy reason, I've only done one picture in this entire book, and I love this book so much. So yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's a lot more. I feel like this was before she started doing like a simple and a more intricate version. So there's a lot of more intricate pictures. This one I did a couple Halloweens ago. I love the like orange and purple and green color scheme. It was really fun. Alcohol marker base, and then Prismacolor shading. Okay, we're almost there. Dynamon Invasion of the Dinosaur Doodles. I think I have one done in here. I think this one is too doodly for me, so this might actually be passed to my kids when they get a little bit older. My husband was coloring this with crayons. But yeah, it's just this one alcohol marker. So this is when I first got alcohol markers, and I just botched the dino really big time, and yeah, so I've had this for a while, and it's really, really cute. It's just too doodly for me. My brain can't pick what to color. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I look at these pictures and I'm like, where do I start? What little monster do I color first? So when my kids are a little older, they'll probably use that one. Okay, last book that I'm going to show is The Fantastic World of Brothers Grimm. I did a buddy color in here. This is not the buddy color. This is me experimenting with hair and failing big time. So I just need to go in with some pencils and work some magic, because I think it's very salvageable. And I love this picture, so yeah. But I did a buddy color right here with, oh no, I'm gonna blank. When I remember, I will put her name down because she is a beautiful colorist, and yeah, I will put her Instagram in the description, because why this always happens to me where I forget things right when I want to say them. It's on the tip of my tongue. Her name is on the tip of my tongue, but it was my first buddy color, and it was really fun. We both did this image of Aurora. I use alcohol marker to base things, and then Prismacolor, and then my fine tech watercolors for the centers of the flower and like the briars and her crown. So that is everything that I've colored this year, part 1. I also want to count up how many pictures that I colored this year. I'm not going to count whips, I'm just going to count completed pages. So in the last video that I make for this series, I will let you know how many pages that I colored, or maybe yeah. So if you're curious about that, stay tuned. I hope you found this video helpful, and maybe it helped you want to pull out your pencils and paints again to start coloring, or maybe it gave you some inspiration if you were feeling stuck in a certain coloring book. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you're not already, I would love to have you join and subscribe, and yeah, I hope to see you next time. Happy coloring!